So on stage, let's please give a warm round of applause for the Denver Center for 21st Century Learning.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aspen. I'm a senior at DC 21 High School. Oh, man. For the Aspen Challenge, we chose racism as our project. We decided that would be a touchy topic, especially in our school. We have students that are 90% of color, and it's something that our generation doesn't really look at and pay attention to. So.
Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Ross, and our mission is to come together and bring awareness of racism to our school and community by acknowledging the painful effects it has had on individuals and to empower the students and community in healing the negative effects of racism.
Hi, I'm Rachel Cassans, and as our school being a community member, we took the time to go out to every business and had every owner and employee sign a pledge. As a community member and a business owner/employee, I pledge to fight racism in our community. I pledge that this business is a hate-free zone where we respect diversity and embrace tolerance.
Hi, I'm Dakota McGrath, and during the challenge, I was surprised with the outcome and participation of the community. Most of the people we talked to didn't hesitate to sign the pledge and were more shocked that racism is still such an issue. This experience made me confident in our mission and what we set out to do.
Hi, I'm Regina Jarman, and during the Aspen Challenge, I aided in passing out surveys to my fellow peers. While they took their surveys, we noticed not only would they say and repeat the questions out loud multiple times, but they would also say to themselves, I never really thought about that. And this shows us that not only did we push their thinking further, but that racism has become a topic that is less talked about among our youth today.
Hi, my name is Cassidy Quintana, and the survey we gave was 100% high school students, but the results are kept confidential out of respect for the students. One thing we all did was bring awareness on how racism affects our school community. The survey opened the eyes of students on how divided and racially diverse our school is alone. Together we can and will break the chains of racism.
Hi, I'm Paul Aragon. One of the questions we struggled with was further reaching out to our community. Our solution was Facebook, and it has made it easier for our friends and family to understand our mission and what we were doing to reach our goals. It has also been a positive place for us to track our progress and reflect on our mission.
Hi, I'm Dedrick, and in addition to our Facebook, we created a website. And on that website, you will find our goals and what we are doing to reach them. And on our website, we created a professional way to get our word out.
Along with us bringing awareness of racism to our community and our school, we plan to start a DC 21 racism council at our school. It'll be a council of certain students elected, and it'll be more of a sit down and talk about the things going on, even with a little bit of cyberbullying and.
We want to continue with our program. We are organizing a challenge day for our school. We're organizing an assembly. We're going to have classes. As a senior, next year I'm coming back to have a class with a tolerance class with all the juniors and sophomores about racism and talk to them about their experiences with racism, what they want to accomplish, and basically just continue with the program and just keep going with it. Say something?
Also, along with our t-shirts that we came up with, we also found a quote. It said, if you see color, you are colorblind. A lot of people didn't really understand what that meant. They felt that if you're colorblind, then that you see, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but we took it as if you look at a person and you see their color, and then you're colorblind because you don't really see who they really are. And so it sounds a little backwards, but that's how we took that quote. It's deeper than that, so. Anything else, you guys? Okay, thank you guys.
Great job, you guys. I noticed you talked about a racism council and a tolerance class. Can you explain a little bit of reasoning by there's two separate things there and not one thing?
Racism is not something we usually just come upon and start talking about it because it gets like really uncomfortable, and it's not something that, you know, people are really like just up to talk to about. And when we're talking about racism, sometimes it can get intense. So having a counselor there, having somebody to like, you know, talk to you and like talk through with you about racism and kind of like, you know, it just gets like really intense. So we want to have somebody that kind of has experience with racism, that kind of actually knows what they're doing. So, you know, yeah.
So it can show us how to more of tolerate it in a way. Because some people, it's just not a really open subject to talk about. So.
When you did the survey, you said you kept all those results confidential. Just generally, you know, it's to have such a, you know, 90% children or kids of color, correct? So how did the students feel? Like the general sense, racism getting better, getting worse, more talked about, less talked about in your short lives?
Looking at the results of the surveys, it was really interesting to see because, you know, as I'm watching the students do the surveys, most of them are shocked at the questions that they gave us, you know, or that we gave them. And I could really like tell that they weren't questions that they had thought about before, and neither did I. So.
That's a wonderful example of pushing the envelope there. So you talked about the sustainability of it. Do you, and one of the students mentioned that she's going to be coming back. Is that, okay. What was the, other than the 7 of you all, was there a lot more interest from the other students?
Yes, because a lot of them, when it comes to racism, a lot of them, like mostly with the survey, that's the one thing that really catch my eye. Like a lot of them, when we asked the questions, they were kind of like surprised, you know, like, what? Would I really do this? Like we asked the question, like, would you marry somebody out of your race? They're like, I don't know, you know, like, would I? No. So that's kind of like one thing that really caught my eye, like, you know, something to come back to and talk to, like, you know, it's okay to be friends with another race. It's okay to marry somebody out of your race. It's okay to be surrounded with people that, you know, are not the same color as you.
Thank you.
Round of applause for 21. Thank you. All right.